We swap out into Nidorina. Look at that damage from one Shadow Confusion. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP. And if you're a returning subscriber like AAvfx, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are taking a look at some battles in the Little Jungle Cup, and we are featuring a very fun team, but this is definitely not a good team by any stretch of the imagination. Pikachu Libre in the lead, double Shadow Poison in the back with a little bit of the Nidoran family here. We have Nidoran female and the big sister Nidorina. This team is going to be entirely weak to ground types, so you definitely want to proceed with caution if running this team. The Nidorina is running Frustration because we did catch this Nidorina after the Rocket event had finished. When we take a look at this team on PvPoke, it does have a horrible rating, which has been the standard thus far in Season 11, the Season of Spice. There is going to be a lot of weaknesses for this team, so definitely not the best build here for a double poison team, but I figured it would be a lot of fun to run. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. It really helps the channel grow, and without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so let's jump into these battles. We got a pretty spicy team right here. Look at all that blue. Threat score of 806. Apparently we get swept entirely by a Golett, so let's hope we don't see one of those. Pikachu Libre mirror match right here. We're going to swap out into one of our poison types, most likely the Nidorina, because I'd imagine Nidoran is a little bit bulkier at 500 CP. Going for the Poison Fang right here on the Pikachu. This is going to force the shield from the opponent, and they're going to go for a Thunder Punch here, which I'm going to shield in return. It's actually a decent matchup if they stay in here, so they do swap out into Skarmory to catch this Poison Fang, which is a very nice play on their part. And we don't have another move. You might say it's a little frustrating, and Frustration is probably the worst move in the game, so even if you do reach Frustration, which is unlikely, you probably don't want to throw it. Opponent farms us down, gonna come back in with the Pikachu Libre. They have been debuffed quite a few times right here, and I'm going to tank this move. It is a Shadow, but I figure we could tank a resisted Sky Attack. Still does a lot, but we are able to farm down completely. We get to the move, Pikachu Libre comes back in. Definitely should be going for the Flying Press right here, but I just wanted to get off a move and then swap out into the Nidoran. They come in with a Shadow Scorpy here, so we are going to no shield the first move. It is an Aqua Tail. We tank that pretty well, and by pretty well I mean about 50% of our HP is gone. Poison Fang gets the defense to drop, and now we outpace to the Body Slam. This should be overkill on the Scorpy right here. Bang, yes it is. Opponent comes back in with the Pikachu Libre, going to reach the Poison Fang. We are going to shield this up. Body Slam does more damage. I'm going for Poison Fang in case we need to farm down with the Pikachu Libre. But this is Little League, and that is where Poison Fang basically takes out opponents. Still in the green. You love to see it. Off to a 1-0 start here in the Little Jungle Cup. Let's hop into battle number 2. We are leading Pikachu Libre into Altaria, which is actually pretty awful for this team. It can beat all 3 of our Pokemon. So we swap out into Nidoran, and the opponent once again catching the move onto the Skarmory. You hate to see that. Defense is going to drop. I'm going to throw one more Poison Fang right here, and if the opponent gets aggressive, Body Slam should do quite a bit of damage right here. And look at this, they do get aggressive, so this may force a shield right here. Opponent lets it go through, and we actually simultaneously KO. The opponent didn't want to pass the ball, and Hogs get punished. Gonna come in with the Nidorina. They bring back in the Altaria, so we will throw the Poison Fang right here. Going to be lowering the defense on the opponent, and I'll probably look to shield up this Sky Attack right here. These Poison Stings are going to hurt. They swap out into Chansey. How the heck is this thing in the Little Jungle Cup? First of all, when the heck are you ever going to see an egg that looks like this in a jungle? And second of all, why is this thing even here? It's going to make these matches take a lot longer than they should. Granted, it's only 500 CP, but compared to other 500 CP Pokemon, this thing is an absolute tank. Gonna shield up the Flying Press here. It has been debuffed by the Poison Fang. We shield up the Psychic, and I'm expecting them to try and catch a move, so I don't throw right there. I wait for the Altaria to come back in, and then I throw the Thunder Punch. Now at this point, the Chansey is still pretty healthy, so I'm going to look to throw this Flying Press and then swap out into the Nidorina. I want them to dump their energy on the Nidorina right here. I'm going to throw the Poison Fang. And this move doesn't do a lot of damage. It is a shadow, but Chansey is a tank. Has to throw the Psychic here to knock us out. And hopefully Pikachu Libre could outpace to the move right here, which realistically speaking should be the case, and that is indeed what happens right here. Going for the big flying press, hit him with a bang. That's like a 20 HP bang on the overweight Chansey right there. Gonna take that game. Don't want to see any more Chanseys in these battles. In fact, this is probably gonna be the only Little Jungle Cup video I feature because I think I'll have more fun in the Open Great League. But look at this, we got Shadow Sharpedo absolutely chunking away on the Pikachu. I'm forced to swap out of that matchup as an electric type. That is pretty damn crazy. Definitely a mistake to shield right there, but if I didn't shield, I probably would have got knocked out by Waterfall. So Shadow Sharpedo, an absolute monster in this cup it seems. Altaria comes in, not able to reach that second Poison Fang, which is a bit of a problem right here. I decide to come back in with the Pikachu, which probably is a mistake because we're going to get farmed down right here. Thunder Punch, not going to KO, but they do shield that up. And it all comes down to Nidorina right here, which isn't the greatest situation to find ourselves in. Going to be going for the Poison Fang right here and looking to farm down. We are going to shield up this Sky Attack here. And then look to farm down if they stay in, which they do. What is left in the back? It's a Charizard. So if we could actually outpace the two moves here, we could potentially win this game. I go for the Poison Fang first. Don't think if I went for Body Slam it would make much of a difference, but considering how low they are in HP, maybe it would have. I don't know, because those Poison Stings were obviously doing more after the debuff from Poison Fang, so maybe not. I would have to look at the Sims, but that was a pretty tough loss right there. Well played to the opponent. Let's move into the next one. Pikachu Libre into Cottonee. This is a pretty awful lead, so we're going to swap out into the Nidorina, and the opponent brings in a Wooper. So not what we want to see right here. Wooper can defeat our entire team. So going for the Poison Fang, you can see it doesn't do much, and those Mud Shots are doing a lot of damage right here. So going for a second Poison Fang. Probably should have went for the Body Slam right there, but it is what it is. We have an addiction. Oh, wait, we don't have Body Slam. I forgot. This is Nidorina. We're running Frustration, so not really much of an option right there. Going to come back in with the Pikachu here, and you can see we can't really farm down. So force this shield right here. Mud Bomb, I'd assume, probably one-shots the Pikachu. Going to build up to the Flying Press. Really hoping they just no-shield this and come back in with the Cottonee, but they decide to shield instead, so not good. I'm going to double shield here and look to commit to the super aggressive farm down with Thunder Shock. And unfortunately, I forgot this thing runs Body Slam, which means it's going to outpace to the move, take us out. We go down with a bunch of energy. Chinchou in the back. They have a shield remaining, so this game is absolutely over. Poison Fang comes through. If they did not have a shield, maybe there was some magical way for us to come back right here. Bubble Beam comes through. Going to throw another Poison Fang right here. This will take out the Chinchou. And then they still have a shield. Oh, they actually shield. And we outpace the next move, which potentially gives us a very slim win con right here because it is a Cottonee. We need to reach this Poison Fang right here. A little bit of lag, which I think actually helped us here, and we're just not able to get to that Poison Fang. That would have been one of the most epic comebacks of all time, but we end up losing instead. 2-2. Most epic comeback of all time is probably a huge stretch right there, trying to embellish our own battles. It would have been an impressive comeback, but nowhere near one of the best or most epic or whatever the heck I said to glorify the situation. Either way, we got a Ladybug here against Pikachu Libre. They're going to let that go through. We swap out into Nidoran. And I'm going to tank this move right here. I have no idea what it is, but we're going to tank it. It's actually a resisted Silver Wind, so you love to see that. Going for the Poison Fang here on the little scorpion looking thing. And we should be able to survive an Aqua Tail here. So I'll probably no-shield this and look to reach this Body Slam, which might be enough to KO. Not entirely sure. Let's see how much damage this does. Body Slam doing huge damage. Not enough to KO. And I'm just going to no-shield right here because both of our Pokemon do pretty well against that Ladybug. So switch might not be too important. I'll get the farm instead with the Pikachu and see what they want to come in with. Actually a Vigoroth, so they're not going to appreciate this Flying Press right here out of nowhere. They shield. Swap out into Nidorina. This is an excellent matchup for us. Going to shield up the Body Slam. I do expect the opponent to swap out at some point into the Ladybug, so I'm holding off from throwing. And there it is. Gonna throw this Poison Fang right here, which will take out the Ladybug. and then they'll come back in with the Vigoroth. At this point, they can no longer swap out to reset the debuff, so they will be at a lower defense for the remainder of this battle. Going to shield up right here and then go for the Poison Fang or Body Slam. Actually, what am I saying Body Slam? This is Nidorina. We're running Frustration. This thing doesn't even learn Body Slam, so not sure what I'm saying. Bang from the Poison Fang. In case it isn't obvious, Frustration is a horrible move. I think this thing learns like Dig and Sludge Bomb, so it's a pretty bad move set in general. But all you need is Poison Fang, Poison Sting combo. 3 and 2 in set number 1. Let's see if we could keep it going in set number 2. Alright, here we go. Little Jungle Cup. 3 and 2 in set number 1. Can we improve on it in set number 2? We got Pikachu Libre still leading this double poison shadow team here. That's a beautiful lead to see. It is a Ducklet. Opponent likely to swap out right here, or it's going to get slapped. They bring in Stunfisk, which is the absolute worst thing to see with this team. So forced to stay in here with Pikachu Libre. We actually do beat Stunfisk with Pikachu because of Flying Press. It is a very strong move. Going to force the second shield right here, and the worst part is that we can't actually swap out into something else because both our Pokemon get slapped by Stunfisk. So forced to stay in here, going to double shield as well, and then outpace to this Flying Press, which means we're gonna go Rey Mysterio on the opponent right here. 619. Bang! There it is. Stunfisk getting taken out. Blossom making a very brief appearance right there. Seeing the Shadow Nidorina and saying, I am getting the heck out of here. Ducklet, though, also doesn't appreciate to see this. And as you could see, this second Poison Fang about to take it out. And that means the Blossom has nowhere to run right here. It's running Razor Leaf as well. And you're about to see a masterclass on how to BM the opponent. This is definitely extremely disrespectful right here, letting them farm us down with Razor Leaf just to show them that we did have a second poison type in the back. Yeah, this is pretty awful sportsmanship right there, but we take the game. Season 11, the season of Spice, the season of BM, the season of whatever you want to call it, repairing the game in 3 months hopefully. Pikachu Libre into Chinchou. This is a pretty solid lead, except for the fact that apparently we lose this in the 2 shields, which I was pretty surprised to find out. But we're going for the Thunder Punch right here. This should get a shield from the opponent, and indeed it does. Should be a Bubble Beam here, so I'm not going to shield the first one, and then build up to a second Thunder Punch, at which point we should consider swapping out, I think. But I'm actually going to stay in instead, so let's see how we play this out. Going to shield, should be able to outpace to the Thunder Punch right here, which actually will not be enough to knock out the Chinchou, but we'll put it very low. And now we come in with the Nidorina, going to tank a Bubble Beam right here, which is going to lower the attack, so not ideal. They come in with Altaria, so this is not great. Going to throw the Poison Fang right here, should be able to reach a second. Now, if I did a Body Slam here, we would have been able to knock out this Altaria instead. But since we have Frustration on the Nidorina, we can't. That means the Altaria survives, so definitely a case to bring in Nidoran there instead for that potential to knock out. But it is what it is. We'll shield here instead, commit to the farm down with the Poison Sting, and look to knock out whatever is left in the back. Golbat is a little bit tricky because our Pikachu is relatively low at this point, so Body Slam comes through. The opponent here makes a fantastic swap into Chinchou. That is a game-winning swap. Going to hit no bubbles here to get more farm. Actually swap out into the Pikachu to commit to the farm down, hoping I can reach the Thunder Punch or force the opponent to dump their energy. At this point, I'm hoping I can outpace to the Body Slam. However, the opponent gets to the move. Very well played by them. But this should only be a Poison Fang. And we survive with 1 HP and a whole damn dream. Body Slam coming through. Bang! There it is. Golbat getting taken out. Very well played from the opponent. Honestly, they deserve to win that battle based on how well they played it. But thankfully, our Nidoran is thick with that 10 HP stat, and we're able to take the game. Breloom into Pikachu Libre. This is another pretty challenging lead right here. So we're going to swap out into the Nidorina and get met by the worst possible thing to see. Actually, not the worst possible thing, but one of the worst things to see for this team. And in this particular situation, it is pretty bad because we're not going to have that energy lead with Pikachu Libre either. They could overfarm here, so it's a pretty bad situation. These Poison Fang debuffs don't really help us because it's not like we could come in here with Pikachu and Thunder Shock down anyways, so we're in a pretty rough spot. The opponent is going to give us a lot of issues right here. Pikachu comes back in. I, for whatever reason, thought that we could tank this move right here, and apparently we cannot. Granted, I wasn't expecting Rock Slide, I was expecting the Muddy Water. Rock Slide hurt a lot more, and now we're pretty much screwed here because they're going to shield up this Flying Press, as they should. Come in with the Nidoran, and I have no idea what we're going to do. Haven't even seen the third Pokemon yet, and they go for Muddy Water. I think Muddy Water actually has a chance to debuff the attack or something, so we're getting pretty lucky right here. Body Slam does huge damage, and we're able to get to this second move. Hopefully they just let this go through, which they do. Breloom comes back in, which tells me maybe they're weak to Nidoran in the back. Could be something like Cottony. Who knows? Going for the Poison Fang right here, taking out the Breloom, and it's a Pikachu Libre in the back. Oh my goodness. Able to reach this Poison Fang right here. Are they going to shield this? Yes, they do. And now we just need to get to one more move. Definitely going to shield this up right here. Can we outpace to the Body Slam? Yes, we can, but will it be enough to KO? The defense has been lowered. Bang! There it is. Pikachu Libre getting taken out. Nidoran sweeping all three Pokemon. That was an absolutely insane battle. Let's hop into the next one. And this is probably the worst lead we could see for this team. Shadow Execute running Confusion. Absolutely insane. Going for the Thunder Punch here. I guess Flying Press makes more sense here as well. We swap out into Nidorina. Look at that damage from one Shadow Confusion. Absolutely insane. But the opponent swapped out into Vigoroth, which actually would give us a win con if we had a Pokemon that could beat Execute in the back, which we don't. So we're pretty much screwed right here. Going for no bubbles because I'd rather get the farm with Pikachu, but they do end up shielding anyway, so works out the same way more or less. Gonna come in with Pikachu here. We are going to be forced to shield and then just commit to the farm down. The main play here, I guess, is to try and get to 2 moves with Pikachu. Not really sure what we could do, but in hindsight, rewatching this battle, I think there was only one potential win con. After I throw the Thunder Punch here, since I know I'm not going to get to a second, I need to swap out into Nidoran. It's the only play. We're taking super effective damage, but it was the only possible option here. They go for Ancient Power, and they get the most unnecessary boost in the history of the game. Not even able to see what the third Pokemon was. Shout out to that guy because he absolutely destroyed us right there. And let's hop into the next battle. Pikachu into Venonat. So if the confusion wasn't bad enough in the previous battle, we got it in back-to-back battles right here. This time it isn't as bad because at least it's not a Shadow, but Venonat is also pretty rough for this team. So going to shield up the Poison Fang right here, lowering our defense as if we needed that, and going for the Thunder Punch. Gonna swap out now. Okay, I'm not gonna swap out. Okay, I like this play. We would reach this before the confusion registers since they didn't sneak it in. So now we swap out, transfer that damage. I'm not really sure what the heck happened here, where that confusion damage went to. I'm guessing it went to the Pikachu because Nidorina looks like it didn't take that damage. But Cottony took a lot of damage right there. And we are able to outpace to this Poison Sting, which will be enough to take out the Venonat. So can we close out this game right here? Onyx says no. So we're pretty much screwed right here. Not really sure what we could do. I'll come in with the Nidoran, throw these Poison Fangs, and then I guess go straight Body Slam from this point. Not sure how much damage that will do, but we'll find out right now. If Onyx is ticklish, this might be super effective because realistically this will just tickle the Onyx. Actually did a little bit more than I expected right there. I figured they have to shield right here, so I go for the Poison Fang bait. And they actually no shield, which is a pretty crazy call. So if I went for Body Slam, maybe, just maybe, I might have been able to farm down. Probably still wouldn't be able to. Actually, definitely would not be able to. So the opponent decides to just flex on us. I guess that's what we get for the BM in the earlier battle. Everything comes full circle. That's the lesson to take out of this video right here. The other lesson is that this team is pretty bad and you definitely don't want to run it, but it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, consider leaving a like and a comment down below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.